Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian turned book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today, I get to share with you this book called The Orpheus Plot, written by Christopher Sweedler. This is the story of a 13-year-old boy named Lucas Adebayo who has grown up as a belter, so living in the asteroid belt away from gravity, which means that his muscles and bones haven't developed the same way as his companions who have grown up on other planets. He is an exceptional pilot and he wants nothing more than to be able to fly a ship as grand as the Orpheus. But the only people who can go on the Orpheus are Navy cadets, and it's never been done that a cadet has come from the belt or been a belter. So his options are pretty limited. But when he gets the unexpected opportunity to become a cadet himself, Lucas jumps at the chance to get onto the Orpheus and learn firsthand how to pilot it. Once he gets there, though, he finds out just how different he is from his companions, and it's up to him to help bridge the gap between the Belters and the Navy and their disparate opinions of what each one should be like. This story felt a lot to me like Ender's Game, which was one of my favorite books in high school, and it was fun to have a similar story to be reading now. So Lucas is only 13 years old, but he often shows that he has maturity beyond his years. He's being groomed to be more of a leader than a pilot, and at first he's not really sure about what this means, but he learns that it's not always as easy as one might expect, and that he does have the skills he needs in order to be a successful leader. So as he's going through this, you find situations where he is challenged in his leadership role, where he and his companions are not always seeing eye to eye, and when there are challenges outside of the scope of just him and his companions that he has to manage. So he shows a lot of maturity in this behavior throughout the book. Now, also, because it is in space, there's a lot of detail, science fiction detail about the ships that he's on, where he is in space, how zero gravity works. So for those who are really interested in science fiction and the more technical aspects, this is a really lovely inclusion to this book because it gets you into the nitty-gritty of what life in space might be like. So even though at this point humans have conquered space travel or living around the solar system, there are still the intrinsic differences and challenges that come with those differences when people come from different ways of life. So this is a really engaging and dramatic story that helps newer young adult readers who are confident in their reading get into more of a science fiction story that still has some humanistic components. If this sounds like a great fit for you, I hope you look for it at your favorite bookstore.